Alright, welcome back folks. So I did a little bit of a setup, I'll put that on the time lapse and oh god, here we go again. Two-up flapper rod on the left. And it keeps going, it's a whiting fest at the minute down here. I'm at Portmuck because I want to drive for some congar and some possibly cod. And I'll probably be better off around the back, but I don't like fishing off the rocks in the dark on my own. That's my being sensible on that. So I'll fish off the harbour and we'll see what happens. I've got loads of bait, I've got plenty of time. So if need be, I can always change venue. And if nothing else, he's likely certainly giving us plenty of fresh bait on it for the congers. When we do with this, I might keep this out in the water for a little bit. Yeah, it's not a bad size whiting for you. I'll get him unhooked and chuck him back. He's had a little bit of everything. Yep, he's away. Yeah, so I think I'll keep that flapper rod out with the minute because I don't want to be chasing whiting. And then that's good, it's not stuck. That rod is out with a pulley panel rig with a fresh whiting and yeah, fresh whiting and a bit of squid on there. And hopefully get a conga. I've also got 3 frozen mackerel and some frozen black lug and a bit of rag, and the whiting have been stripping the rag, so like the same. But it keeps the entertainment going. And it's probably the last night to battle it in and get the conga and the cod on the scoreboard for the species hunt. So if I don't manage it, well done Matt. Good competition, pulled it in at the end there. Good to see. Anyway, I'm going to have myself a cup of tea. Decide whether or not to change the baits up to stop my whiting, or just keep fishing, maybe pull some fresh ones in. Or do I move over to this side of the harbour wall? I don't know. Because I don't like losing rigs, and I lost plenty of them yesterday. That's where we're at. Hopefully we can get a strap and a cod tonight. So wish me luck. See you soon. Well, I've chucked the flapper rig out again, boys. I've literally just chucked it in the water. And there we go, there's a whiting on it already. We've got about 2 hours to high tide as well, so still hopeful that maybe we'll get a cod or a conga showing. It's on. This has just come off. Oh, it's on. There you go. Another whiting. Not as big, that one. But it is a fish. We're definitely not blanking today, are we? But it's not the target species. Right there, man. Off you go. You're coming that thick and fast. There's not much rag left on that one. I'm going to chuck it out anyway. I don't want to waste rag on whiting. I'm trying different directions with this. I'm just making sure I don't go over the big bait. Oh shit. Do you know what I've just done? You know what I've just done? Let's start with that stupid bell on. I like the bell. Gives you a bit of warning. And the lights on as well. But because it's just a simple clip, I've got a stupid habit of not taking it off. And then stupid things like that happen. And I don't think we've got any left. That's a bugger, isn't it? That is a bugger. Let me turn this light off. The red light's actually quite good for not ruining your night vision. And it also shows up the rod tips really, really well. I have no more. It's going again though, I can see it there. Now you might be wondering why I'm using a tripod when I'm fishing over a harbour wall. And that's a fair question. And the answer, boys and girls, is because I'm fishing with braid. And what happens when you're fishing with braid, it's great stuff and you get really good bite indication. As you might be able to see, put the red light on, watch that rod tip. You get good bite indication like that. But it's very susceptible to knocks from rocks or concrete or anything like that. So if it touches it, it can suddenly snap. Looks like a slightly better fish. Maybe not. This yellow banana making me think it's a good fish. But yeah, so if you're fishing with braid, do not rest it against a wall or even a railing, because there's a good chance it will just suddenly snap through on you when it gets a bit of tension on it. And there we go, another whiting. I'm actually just on a tiny little bit of rag that was left over from the last fish. That's how quickly they're coming. That is how quickly they're coming down here. Not very big, but if you've got something like the yellow banana, oop, like that one. Oops, excuse the light. There we go. I'd say not very big. Nice to see that. Off he goes. Yeah, if you want a little bit of sport and you've got something like the yellow banana or a, what do you call it, an LRF rod or even a little like spinning rod, just a simple flapper rig. 1-2 ounce weight. That's all you need. Not even chucking it out, it's just a light lob out into the middle, over that way, not near the rocks. And like I say, we're 2 hours from high tide. And you can see the bites we're getting. Not big, but a little bit of fun. And it passes the time while we wait on the big rod, showing you some action. But if you're fishing at night, get yourself some decent tip lights. That one I've got on the big rod is that's going already. Felt that. Watch that. See that? Look at that. Not even in the water 30 seconds. Yeah, maybe not. Change his mind. Yeah, but if you want to use a wall, either use mono or put a coat down or something, just so it's resting against something that's not directly on the rock, concrete, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the big, what was his name? The big rod, that's got one off. What's the new one? Timu. Like £2, I think it's like Tip Shark, whatever it is. It's a clone of that, it just doesn't have the flashing lights. I think I might actually get the proper ones. They're probably all the same, they're probably coming out of the factory. Again. You never know with Chinese stuff. But yeah, I might invest the money and get the decent ones. Oh, that feels like a good fish. That is a much better fish. Usually a cod. Oh. That's a whiting, it's a bloody good whiting. The fuck is going on here? Right folks, we've got a double shot of whiting and a baby lobster. Oh, look at that. Tell you what, let's set this down. Let's get a closer look at these. Get a closer look at these, I'll bring you over. Look at that. Would you Adam and Eve it? Right. So, there you go. He's unhooked himself. He can go back. So we'll get a picture of that in a minute. I'll send that into the guys. Alright, Lobby. Right, now, I must confess, I don't really deal with a lot of lobsters. And I fancy, well, I mean, he's not big enough to eat anyway. But he's wrapped me up something rotten here. I'll have to cut that. The best thing to do is cut that. I don't want to distress him anymore than I have to. You know that want to lose rigs and all that, but equally, it's a lovely lobster. He's got a long life ahead of him. Let's see where to get it. There we go. There you go, folks. Not a big size. But happy days. Right, I'll let you go. Back in a bit. Gonna get these back. Here we go. I'm going to be careful on the steps. I've got my wellies on. Bye bye. He's upside down. Is he going to go? Can you see him? There you go. Right. And apparently my torch needs charging, so. Whew. Right, folks, I thought I'd bring you back for an update and let's see what's going on. As chance would have it, it's been a bloody nightmare. I've had a sandwich and I've had a cup of tea. And I've lost I don't know how many rigs because every now and again I screw up the cast and it goes over that way, which is where the big rocks are off to the side of the harbour, and I get stuck on the rocks and I get snagged up. So I've lost more rigs than I care to think. I've had nothing big, so there's no congar rigs. That's going again. So the congar rig has not caught anything. I've lost a couple of flapper rigs, one or two, like I say, casting over to the rocks, and others because they're just getting tied in knots. There's that many whiting. I've not videoed all the whiting because there hasn't been that many. Doesn't feel like that's on there now. I don't feel like there's anything there. Obviously I've lost one of my tip lights because it was one of the cheap ones. I need to get decent ones. Can't see it floating in the water. So we've got, don't know how long we've got because my watch has died. Oh, it's going well, isn't it? It's going marvellous. 20:38. So we've got about an hour to high tide yet. Plenty of bait. If I need to tie up more rigs, I can tie up more rigs. Been changing that quickly with the whiting coming in. But my hands just stink now, so I'm glad I got my sandwich out of the way early. Come on, big rod. We want the congar. Congar and cod. Remember, folks, that's what we're after, congar and cod. That's the target species tonight. And sometimes you think, would I be better off moving? And there's other times you think, well, I've been here long enough. The scent jar's in the water. And if we could get away from the whiting, we'd be doing alright. We've just got to fight through them. I don't know whether I need to cast a bit further, cast off to a different side. But we keep trying. We keep trying. As I said earlier, it's something to do. Passes the time. It's just sometimes it's a little bit. Spend too much time dealing with them. I bet they've stripped the worms off that rig now. They were smaller hooks. Maybe we should go back to the bigger ones. I forgot to bring any leader with me, so we've got no shock leader left, and we're getting snagged up. And I'll directly onto the rigs, which isn't ideal. The braid is strong enough; it'll take it. You can cast with it. I use it more for protection around your finger, as if you forget to let go of something, braid can give you a nasty cut. Fishy's gone now. He was there. And he's gone. I think what I'm going to do is next bait change, bring both rods in. It's got mackerel head out at the minute, and it's been there a good while, so probably do a change. Put half a mackerel fillet out, I think. Get that poo baited up so I can get it out quick. Well, guess there's nothing to show you now. What a lovely night though. Not as clear as last night, but it's still a nice night. I bet you're staying in front of the telly watching I'm a Celebrity or whatever's on a Saturday night these days. Well, I guess I'll turn you off. Does anybody really want to see me baiting up? I don't know. I mean, all it is he's on that one, it's a pulley pennel rig, so it's just wrapping the mackerel around it. It's nothing particularly exciting. You've seen it all before in some of the previous videos, and then this is threading ragworm on a hook, and you've seen that in previous videos as well, so there's probably nothing to teach on that. If I get a different species other than a whiting, then that'll be something to show you. See you in the next update. Watch some rod tips. See ya. What do you think it is? You think it's whiting? I bet it's whiting. I get paid off with a big rod. Every time I cast it out, it's just going off to the right, so I know I'm going to end up losing another rig. I think it's going to be on the flipping rocks. And sodding little bait stripping white here. And as soon as you pick the rod up, they disappear. Oh, got it. And the little one. And a bit of seaweed. You little monkey. Oh, little bait strippers. Oops. Red light whiting, can you see it? Off he goes. I want the bait that lets me on here. Top hook stripped. Bottom hook stripped. Middle hook, a little bit of worm. Do you know what? I'm so cheap. I'm going to send that scraggy bit of worm out, and I bet we get a bite on that. That's how flipping hungry these whiting are. Hold it.
Got one.
Another little one. Oh, you twat. It just came off there, the harbour. But yeah, that's how quick it was. So if you want to wait, and that's how quick it is at the minute down in Portmuck, come down of an evening. I'm going to leave that for a bit because it's tiresome, quite frankly, and boring. Right, I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to try and sort this big rod out and try and get it in a decent position. See you in a bit, folks.